guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm your favorite girl, Jarnisha, but as always you can call me Jarny, and I am back for another video. As you can read from the title below, this is going to be my labor and delivery story, you guys. Yes, I had my baby. Woo, woo, woo. So my baby girl's name is Lyric Renee McCann. You already know that if you have been watching me, but she was born July 19th, 2017. She was weighing 7 pounds and 10 ounces and 20 inches long. So if you're interested in knowing how my labor and delivery had went, then make sure you stay tuned. Okay, you guys, so I'm gonna just jump right in and tell you what happened before she was born, like the weekend before she was born. So my parents flew in from Georgia, not my parents, but my mom and my grandma and my cousin flew in from Georgia on July 13th. So of course I went to pick them up from the airport because my due date wasn't until July 17th, and I didn't think nothing of it. So when my parents came, it was automatically crunch time because they only was planning to stay a week, and I wanted to have the baby while they were here. So July 13th came around, you know, I picked them up. They came at nighttime, so we didn't do nothing that day. The next day, what happened, we had went to the Garden of the Gods. If you don't know what it is, I'll insert clips of us walking. It's basically like a whole bunch of trails to walk. I did this because I wanted to induce my labor naturally, because I wasn't having constant contractions. I wasn't dilated but a fingertip, and I really wanted her to come before my parents came. So I mean before my parents left. So we just went walking because walking supposedly is great for inducing labor. Sorry if you see me looking down, it's notes. What else happened? So nothing happened that night. I was pretty bummed, but I'm like, okay, I'm not even 40 weeks yet, so whatever. So the next day we decided to go to the zoo. Of course, amazing. Went to the zoo. It has a whole bunch of inclines, a whole bunch of stairs, seeing different things. You think I would go into labor, right? Wrong. So I ended up not going into labor that night. That night I decided to take a little bit of castor oil. And I know you guys, you're not supposed to take castor oil because of all of the effects that it has. But I was to the point where I was like, you know what? I've never had a constant contraction in my pregnancy. She's not going to come when my parents here. I'm going to be in labor by myself. Blah, blah. So I ended up taking the castor oil that night. Just taking a little bit of shot of it. And that was disgusting. Nothing happened. Point blank period. So the next day, me and my mama did the acupuncture thing where you're supposed to touch your spleen 6 pressure point, and that's supposed to induce labor. We walked half a mile, 2 miles, 3 miles. I took spicy food. What else? I did everything in the book. Everything that you could imagine on YouTube, how to induce labor naturally, I did it. So Monday come around, which is my due date. I'm sitting in bed like, why am I still pregnant on my due date? This is my due date. I wanted my daughter's birthday to be 7/17/17 so bad. I wanted her to come that night. So she ended up not coming that night, and I had a doctor's appointment the next day. They're supposed to plan my induction, tell me how many centimeters I'm dilated, and everything else. So me and my mom go to the appointment, y'all, and she walk in. She's like, how are you doing today? I'm like, I'm good. So she was like, did you get an induction date? I'm like, no. So me and my mom's like, yeah, she's gonna I'm like, yeah, she's gonna induct me Friday. Mom was like, she better induct you tomorrow so we can at least have time with Lyric. So the doctor came back in, and she's like, okay, well, your induction date is Monday, July 24th. Mind you guys, my parents left Monday, July 24th. So they were going to be on the plane while I was going to give birth. The same time and everything. Like, my induction was scheduled at 5 o'clock, and their plane was scheduled to leave at 5 o'clock. So immediately in my head, I'm like, oh my God, 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 what am I going to do? So then she's like, well, you know, let me check your cervix so I can strip your membrane. So I lay back, and I could not let her touch me whatsoever. Like, I was just in it. And she was like, have you ever got raped? And she was just saying, like, you know, females who have problems with people touching them down there have a tendency of like having rape issues. And she's asking my mama, like, has she ever been touched? And my mom's like, no. My mom's looking at me like, have you ever been touched? I'm like, no, I just cannot let you check my cervix right now because I'm just out of it. So she ended up not checking my cervix that night. I had no idea how many centimeters I was dilated. I never got my membrane swept. So whatever. So when we got from that appointment, I went to work because I was obviously not on leave, so I had to go to work after the appointment. And then what happened? I came home at 2 o'clock, got in the shower, and got in the bed. I was so bummed out because I'm like, I'm about to go in labor by myself with nobody there. That's the most depressing thing in the whole wide world. So I was super depressed. So I walked out to use the restroom. My mom like, let's go walking. Let's just go walking. I'm like, okay, whatever. So I'm like, let's go walking to the grocery store. The grocery store is like 2 miles down the street from my house. So she was like, okay, cool. And I'm like, Mom, should I get the ingredients to the Midwife's Brew? The Midwife's Brew is just basically castor oil, almond butter, lemon verbena tea, and apricot juice. So I was like, should I go get the ingredients for this? She was like, sure, why not? It couldn't hurt. So I'm like, okay, well, it's not gonna work anyway, so let's just do it. So we walked to the grocery store, got all the stuff for the Midwife's Brew, came home, you know, drunk it. You're supposed to drink it in 20 to 30 minutes. So I drank it. That was at 7. You know, I took my shower, went to sleep. At 9 o'clock, I went to sleep. Tell me why at 11 o'clock, I started having constant contractions. Non-stop. So I took a shower. Well, I didn't take a shower. I sat in the bathtub just to track them, just to see if they would go away. You know, I drank water. So they became like 4 to 5 minutes apart, 2 to 3 minutes apart. So when they were 2 or 3 minutes apart, I ended up going to the hospital. I ended up going to the hospital and they started checking my cervix, you know, and I was 3 centimeters dilated. Last week I was a fingertip dilated, so I was like, okay, cool. So they was like, you know what, go home, walk for 2 hours, and then come back to see if your cervix is going to change. If your cervix changes, you're in labor and we're going to admit you. But if it doesn't, then false contractions, you're not in labor. So I'm like, okay. Me and my mom come home, we walk up and down the block, whatever, and literally I could not make it from point A to point B without having a contraction and having to sit down. That was the worst pain of my whole entire life, but I did it. So we went back to, around 2 hours later, we went back to the hospital, and I was 5 centimeters dilated, y'all. 5 centimeters, well, 3 centimeters in 2 hours to make me 5 centimeters. Crazy. So there's like, okay, cool, you're in labor. Mind you, keep this in mind, it was, when I went to the hospital, it was 1 o'clock in the morning. When I finally got admitted, it was 5 o'clock in the morning. So I had nothing to eat, nothing but a donut, nothing. So they're like, okay, we're gonna admit you. So they were like, how are you gonna pain manage? And I'm like, give me an epidural. I cannot do this. I need the epidural. So they're like, okay, they gave me the epidural around I want to say around 10 o'clock. I'm not sure, 10 or 11, maybe lunchtime. So yeah, they gave me the epidural, and then I started pushing when it was time. So I started pushing. I was pushing for 5 hours. This girl did not budge. She was down, but she just didn't want to come out. She did not want to come out. So I ended up having to get the vacuum suction. Yeah, they had to vacuum suck my baby out, but the gag is that didn't work. So I bought myself a C-section. So yes, I had to end up getting an emergency C-section because my baby was posterior instead of anterior, or anterior instead of posterior. Basically, she was looking up instead of looking down to come through the birth canal. So I ended up getting the C-section. My mama was so hurt. She did not want me to get a C-section at all because she had one and she knew my recovery time was going to be horrible and they were due to leave soon. But I wasn't stunning. I was like, okay, you know what, do whatever you have to do to get my baby girl out. So we ended up doing a C-section. It took no more than 10 minutes for me to hear her cry. The most precious thing in the world, y'all. Stay tuned at the end of this video and I will insert clips of my labor. But when I first heard her cry, I started crying. She had the perfect cry in the whole wide world. So I ended up getting wheeled back to my room. Could not feel anything. They tried to give me my baby. I'm shaking like this. Do not give her to me. Do not give her to me. Do not give her to me. I feel like I was going to drop her. Long story short, the C-section, I had to get staples. I got staples instead of the stitches, so I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing. I don't know if the staples are a good thing and a bad thing, but I cannot drive for 3 weeks. My incision hurts still. I'm on Percocet and ibuprofen, and about 24 hours my epidural wore off and I could get my baby, feed her. Not 24 hours, an hour. I got my baby and I fed her, and she latched on perfectly. Ever since like she came out, we've been doing really good with breastfeeding, so we're gonna pray that it stays. What else? 24 hours later, the epidural, like I said, the epidural wore off, so I could like feel my legs a little bit, which was crazy to me because I was tripping. I was like, I cannot feel my legs. Y'all need to give me something to eat right now. They were like, no, you cannot have anything to eat. I'm like, give me something to eat right now. They're like, okay, you can have ice, but you need to slow down when you're drinking the ice because you're gonna throw up. I'm like, whatever. I'm chugging the water, chugging the water, chugging the water. Like 10 minutes later, I throw up. I kid you not. But overall, the birth was amazing. Not the C-section part, but you know, just getting to see Lyric for the first time, getting to hold her, getting to put a face to the kicks and the movements and everything else that I've been feeling was amazing. I would not trade her for the world. I would not do this experience, you know, I wouldn't have it any other way. So I'm just so lucky to have my baby girl finally in my arms. But that was my C-section labor and delivery. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. It's my baby girl 1 week, so I will insert pictures of her at the end to show y'all her little outfit for being 1 week. And let me show y'all her now. Baby Lyric. So yeah, you guys, this is my daughter Lyric. She's such the prettiest thing in the whole wide world, and I love her so much. Hi, Mama. Hi, Mama. But yeah, you guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and turn your notifications on so you won't get enough of this face right here, Mama. But I love you guys so much, and we will see you in our next video. Say bye. Bye.
Bottom. Ready? Go. Come on, come on, come on, come on. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Get one more in, okay?
Doing good, girl.
Keep it right back at it.
Yeah, you're
Deep
doing
breath,
real
and you're
good.
gonna go right back. Yep. Push, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Push my back there.
Alright, take a deep breath and go right back at it. Ready? Push against that pain, okay? Go. Come on. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Deep breath, you gotta get one more in, okay? Okay, let's go. Push, push, push. Come on, harder, harder. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
I can't see my makeup.
It's hard when they're on their side to see anything. One for John Supercolor?
Yes.
Give her a gram of it.
Let's see how much you weigh.
Yeah, we're gonna need to get that from pharmacy.
Oh.
7 pounds, 10 ounces.
Girl, you back with your mom.
She said newborn babies aren't cute. I said, well, she.
Yeah, she was like, oh, don't take a picture of her. She's gonna be ugly. Say, honey, this gorgeous, this beautiful baby.
I'm pretty girl.
It's about what, 16 inches long.
No, she's probably about 21 inches.
What?
Daddy must be tall, huh?
No, he's not that tall.
20 and a half.
20 and a
No,
half.
so she's average, yeah.
Yeah, 20 and a half.
7 pounds, 10 ounces, 20 and a half inches long.
Huh?
only 500 ID. Okay.
That's fine. I think.
Yeah.
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 Little Miss Lyric.
Oh, look at little L.A. Hey, sweetie.
She look like Steven.
Don't she? She look just like Steven.
Oh, look at her.
She
She's
look
so
just like
cute.
Steven.
I want to see her hair.
Yes, she has
Stop and
lots
take a picture
of
of
it.
her.
She look just like Steven.